Hey y'all, how's it going? Oh, the phone is overheating. It is about like 90 degrees outside. I'm not gonna lie. Tristan, you have to hold the mic up to your mouth. I hear a bug. I think it's a bee because I just washed. Yeah, I washed the plants, most definitely. But I have Chinese food. So I guess you could call this a mukbang, if you will. Oh, I'm on the wrong account. Let me go to the other account to access the doc. Um, Let me chewing directly into the mic. Chicken was a lot warmer when I was putting it on the plate. Then I kind of let it sit there. Open sesame. Okay, I'm putting you guys down. Brace. I get thirsty so quick. So where the hell's the script? You've got to be joking. Dream guest on my podcast? So if you guys can't tell, I'm very organized.
Do you want some soy sauce?
No. So I'm coming to you guys. I love how I can literally type in. Like, I will literally hit all the letters on the keyboard, and my phone's so slow that it'll only register like the first three, or every other one. I literally had the script somewhere. This is so embarrassing, guys. Is it here? Found it. It really tried to. Now you try to play me like a. How's that Tyler song go? Bitch, you tried to play me like a fiddle. Making me look all dummy. I don't know how it goes. Sarah off a bastard. But I found it after it literally tried to embarrass me. I'm coming to you live from my back deck. And this sweet and sour sauce open. Please don't splash on me. Please don't splash. Please don't splash. Got it. I love how like all Chinese food like universally comes in like the same container. Love it. I don't care what anyone says. Nothing will bring you closer to someone else but like Chinese food. So why did I just hear a bug? Or are you not liking this? But anyways, I'm coming to you live from the back deck. And even though it's so beautiful outside, you know, not a single cloud in sight. It's fucking hot. It's fucking hot. I'm not a fan of it. Now, I think I'm really just not someone who's easily pleased because I am going to complain about the winter. Sorry. It's too fucking cold. I have a front wheel drive car that can't fucking drive in it. I literally slid down a hill one time trying to, because I had no traction. I couldn't brake. But at the same time, I'm going to complain about the summer because why I literally just took a shower and my balls are already sticky and I need to take another one. Why? I don't get it. I don't like it. Like, I want it to be really warm. only when I can swim. Okay. Also, the UV pisses me off, because why is it a UV of 6 in the morning getting sunburnt? I don't like it. Like, why don't I tan? Pisses me off. But I want the UV to be high, but I don't want to feel hot. And I know the UV is really what makes you hot. Oh, that breeze feels so good. I'm not gonna lie, it smells like rotten eggs out of here, and I don't know why. There must be something dead. I live out in the middle of the woods, if you can't fucking tell. And there's so much wildlife, I bet you something got killed. But there's something I was gonna bring up on the podcast. I completely forgot. Oh. So all I'm gonna say is sorry. Gotta say sorry. You know, I didn't mean to hurt anyone's feelings. And it was really hard. Me pulling out my Laura Lee. No, I'm sorry because I haven't posted a podcast since the album's anniversary. Like, hey, what's going on there? Anytime I would have time, something came up. Or I just didn't feel like doing it. But I was like, no. Today, Tristan, you have the time. And just fucking eat Chinese food while you do it. You know, like, what was that? I come out here because it's pretty. You have the flowers in the corner, like the couch in the back, whatever, the trees, the sun. Which I had to finagle with that because it was so fucking bright when I turned that camera on. Then I have bugs crawling on my legs. I have little flying creatures near my ears. And this chair's moving on its own. That makes sense. I don't like it. And the whole bugs flying past my ears. Trauma. Because when I was a little kid, I got a lightning bug stuck in my ear. I had to wait 48 hours to get it removed. Because the people at my local, the doctors at my local hospital didn't know how to do it. Didn't know how to get out of it. I almost doxed myself and said where I had to go. Well, I had to go to the nearest big city to go get it removed. Like, big city. Oh shit. You know what? Anyways, I'm honestly sorry for the podcast being so far out. I'm not picking my nose, I was itching it because it's a little runny. And it's itchy. But yeah, so here's my whole goal with this podcast, right? Obviously, I don't want to be very consistent with it, meaning I don't want episode after episode and then a week later there's another episode, because there's only about 15 episodes I can make, right? And we're on the 5th one, right? No, the 3rd. I think it's the 3rd. No, this is the 4th. It's the 4th. So, plus, this is to fill the gap between, it's the the duckling period, where I ain't got shit going on. Well, I obviously do because of how delayed it was, but, meaning, I don't have any music coming out. Sorry for the rumors. I said I was going to have music coming out. I don't. But in the future, I do. So this is serving as the content for the musical side up until more music is released. which it's coming, so don't rush me. It's just not coming as fast as you guys think it is. Like when I dropped the first album, everybody was like, okay, so when's the next one? Bitch, you were just fed. Why do you want, like, girl, I just gave you something. Now you ain't. And they asked me like a year after I released it. They're like, okay, so when's the next album? Babe, I'm completely making it. I don't have the time to whip it up in a year. There's someone talking. And that's my mom's show. So, music is coming. I'm not going to say when it's coming because I'm kind of like Lana Del Rey and says I say something's coming and then it never does. So, I have a target date. Really don't know if it's going to happen. Really want it to. But this album's very challenging. The next one, very challenging. But anyways, back to this bitch that said a lot about me the other day in the press. Miley, what's good? She needs to be canceled. Nikki, like, she's going off the deep end. Nikki, I love you, girl, but oh, Nika, I love you. But no, Nikki, I love you. Nika, I don't love you. But what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by my alter ego is that, like I said, I've had so much going on and nothing at the same time. Meaning, I have no new content coming out, but in my personal life, there has been so much flipping going on, dude. I hear dogs. Shut them up. Hearing a dog bark hours and hours and hours is arguably just as bad as hearing a baby cry. But when I hear a toddler cry, oh, I love it. Because I just know they didn't get their way. But as you'll see by the couple of vlogs coming out, I went to Chicago. Met her on my way to Chicago. Can bugs stop? So where I live, we have a really bad deer fly population. And I'll be doing some landscaping. And I can feel the deer flies biting me through my sock. Pisses me off. You better fucking get away, bro, before I fucking kill you with a fly swatter. My dogs are out. So I went to Chicago. That was a 2-day thing. And then I've been going up to Cedar Point a lot. It's been 2 times. So you'll see that in the vlog. And then we had our county fair, which that was a whole dilemma. You'll see that in a vlog. And then I had to do a mass shopping spree because it was tax-free weekend. There was no tax. No sales tax. Except for alcohol. Which, good thing I can't buy it. Just kidding. I literally can't buy it. I know, like, some people at my school have fake IDs. Like, people that are, still in school. Not anyone that's graduated. Not people that I don't know outside of school. People in school, I know, grade with me and grade below me, have fake IDs. And I'm like, y'all don't look a day over 12. Y'all have yet to start adolescence. But, oh, I look fat. Let me not do that. And please don't cancel me. Oh, he thinks he's fat. Oh, he wants attention. God forbid somebody has body dysmorphia. I feel like some issues, some people are so unhappy with themselves, that it's to the point where other people can't feel bad about themselves. It pisses me off when people are like, oh, don't talk about yourself like, bitch, let me grieve. Don't talk about yourself like that. Why? That's how I feel. Okay? Ain't nothing gonna change it. Leave me the fuck alone. Don't talk about yourself like that. Bitch, you just called me the F slur to your homeboy. So yeah, I did a huge mass shopping spree. Ordered a bunch of stuff online. There'll be a haul. I think I'm gonna post a haul on TikTok. Mini one will be posted within the vlog. There's gonna be a lot of content, like filming coming out. And then I'm going up to New York City because we are visiting some colleges there. So, not gonna tell y'all when because some of you guys are crazy. But yeah, that's gonna be like a pretty good time. We're gonna be in New York. And then I'll be back at school. Like, what do you mean I only have about like 2 weeks left of summer? Okay. Like, I'm actually about to start crying. Because it's not even the waking up that's the hard part, dude. Because I wake up pretty early for work. It's not the waking up that's hard. It's the people. They don't know how to mind their fucking business. Everyone's always in my business. And when I'm obviously not comfortable with that, I'm called mean. Bitch, mind your own business and I wouldn't say anything. And bitch, you guys are all homophobic and you're telling me I'm mean? I can't even fucking breathe without being called something. But yes, I'm the mean one because I stood up for myself. At first I wanted like fix my character so much about that. Like, oh, I want people to stop calling me mean. I'm like, in order for people to stop calling me mean, I need to not go to a school that's in the deepest part, like the deepest red part ever. Like, no wonder people think I'm mean because I'm a gay kid who stands up for themselves. I wouldn't have to stand up for myself if people weren't homophobic. But, so yeah, I'm going to try to do some vlogs when I go to school. We'll see how that's going to work. I'm going to have my computer. Speaking of which, she's kind of hot. Let's move her into this shade. There we go. I'm going to have my computer. So, I'm going to try and like record some vlogs. Maybe do a live stream. I don't know. At first I was like, I'm going to play Fortnite. Bitch, you do not have a wireless mouse. You don't have an extra mouse, and the one that you do have is like hard wired into your computer. Like, it's like underneath your monitor stand because there's a wire part that like can hide the wire. Well, the one I do have is not very good. I need to get a new one, but like I'm the type of person that's like, if I'm gonna get something, I'm gonna get the best of the best because I'm not about to waste my money on something. And of course, the one I want is like $75. So if somebody wants to, buy me a Razer mouse that's like $75 and it's wireless, I'd be more than happy to receive it. But right now, Daddy ain't got the money for that. Daddy's trying to get seat covers for his car, like real nice ones that look like actual real seats. I'm trying to add a black grill. I'm trying to add black wheels, which I have the wheels. I just have to put them on because I have to get the thing to get the center caps off, which is coming. And I just had to spend so much money on the school clothes. I was literally asking people on TikTok. I'm like, give me some money. It's literally so embarrassing because what do you mean I work so much and I still don't have enough money? Because why is shipping on Depop $14? Y'all out of your fucking mind. Like, just ship something in a cereal box and stick it in the blue mailbox bin. I'm okay with that. I'm just gonna throw it away anyway. What am I gonna throw it away? I'll recycle a cereal box. Okay. I'm still gonna be snacking a little bit, so don't be surprised if I'm like. But let me actually get into the notes, and my back is sweating. Charging on hold. Bitch, you're on 20%. You're not charging. That's great. Okay. So, first things first. Sorry for the last episode. It was a little hectic. It was May. So the sun set a lot quicker than I thought it was going to be. And it got real scary out here in the dark. And then there was a lot of bugs. So I moved upstairs. And then my parents came home. And then they obviously have a million questions to ask me when I get home. So, oh, originally I wanted to redo the episode, but then I was like, you know what? It falls on the anniversary, so I really can't redo it. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm okay. I'm kind of like trying to like have a new location every time I make a video. First one was not at my house. I'm not gonna say where it was. Second one was in my bedroom. Third one was facing the house, and then it was upstairs in my bedroom. So, and then this one's back that way. So, but basically in the last episode, I went over the song number 1. It's a song of mine. Basically, it's about this guy who I'm just gonna sum it up in like 20 seconds, right? Okay, I'm looking at the time. 21:10. Let's wait till it's 21:10. Okay, so it was about this guy that I liked, and he was somewhat of a dickwad. He had internalized homophobia, and I really liked the idea of being with him rather than the idea of like him. Like I liked the idea of being with him instead of, hey, what? Fuck that timer, dude. I liked the idea of being with him, not actually being with him. I just wanted his attention. There we go. It was like kind of like my first real crush, so of course I was like heartbroken. But I was like, you know what? Let me make a fucking song out of it. What's that Kendrick Lamar song? Quit playing me till I turn you into a song. Cause I'm a. What's that? I don't know what song that is. Is it Mirror? Off of Mr. Morale? Whatever, it's irrelevant. So, anyways, let me try to redo that 20-second timer. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I like this guy, and he had internalized homophobia, and I liked the idea of being with him, not actually being with him. And the real time I actually got any attention was him yelling at me because I was quote-unquote making eye contact with him when really I was looking around for our mutual friend. But yes, I also was looking at him because why wouldn't I? And then, oh my god, that scared the fuck out of me. And then I realized with a mutual friend of ours that we had online, who was a guy, he was sending some pics. But she told me you don't like me because I'm gay, but here you are doing gay activities. So basically that's the story, which I think is so funny. It's like, how are you going to be like, oh, I don't want you looking at me because I don't want people thinking I'm gay. First of all, red flag. So what if people think that you're fucking gay? Grow up. If you think that people are going to, if you think people are going to think you're gay because someone else is looking at you, 10 times out of 10, you're gay, or people have something else thinking that you're gay, which is also probably because you're gay. And this one thing of me looking at you is not going to change the public's opinion. They just think you're gay. And 9 times out of 10, that's actually not the reason. So, that's basically that. And I told him everything that went on. Because of all these rumors that people were spreading. I told him who was starting them, why they were starting them, how long they've been going on. He wanted to be all like, he doubled down. And he's like, oh, well, tell him to come talk to me. And what the fuck are you going to do? I thought you cared so much about how you looked. You being real defensive about this is only going to make it look worse. Speaking of which, there was like this photo of Finn Wolfhard and, is his name Dustin? The curly guy from Stranger Things. There was a photo of them and they were holding hands. And everybody's like, oh, this shit gay, bro. Bro, just because you hold hands with the homies don't mean it's gay. Like, what? Like, I know straight dudes who will literally jerk off with their homie. And they'd be like, oh, it wasn't gay because we weren't doing it because we were next to each other. But you're telling me you can't hold your homeboy's hand? Just let people do what they want to do, bro. They were friends since, like, 8 years old. They're practically brothers. And everybody's like, oh yeah, it's weird because it looks gay. So what if it looks gay? That doesn't mean it looks weird. Weird and gay are not synonyms. And then this heifer was literally like, oh, well, I don't support it because I don't support gay people. But I'm not homophobic. Oh, well, I don't support gay marriage, but I'm not homophobic. Babe, I think you just said the definition of homophobic. They're staying in there. I was like, some of you guys just have real fragile masculinity. If it's like, because everybody's defense was like, oh, this shit looks gay. Oh, it looks gay to hold another guy's hand. That's why I don't support it. What I'm gathering is, I have fragile masculinity and I care about what people think of me when they see me. So that's why I think it's weird. I was like, you really care about what someone thinks about you? Have fucking fun, bro. Like, back to the whole topic of people thinking I was mean. I don't fucking care what people think of me. Because I know the truth. Like, people can think I'm mean, but I know that the truth is people think that because I stand up for myself. So, and I know that there's no changing what people are going to think of me, so why should I care? I'm just going to be me. And if people don't like that, that's fine. If you don't want to be my friend because I'm me, that's fine. I will deal with it. Like, no one else has to bear the consequences other than me. It just so happens that I don't care about the consequences. You can think I'm mean all you want because I don't care. Okay? You're the only one that does. If you want me to change, it ain't going to happen because I actually don't need to change. Now, there's other things I could change. But the aspect of me being mean, it's so irrelevant. It's so irrelevant. I don't want this to sound like I'm a narcissist. This is like the only thing that I don't need to change. Now, the trust issues need to change. That needs to change bad. That gets in the way of a lot of things. I'm not going to lie. Trust issues need to change. And when I love someone, I love them deep. That needs to stop. That needs to stop. We just need to assume that everybody wants to hug and fuck. Because no one out here is looking for some genuine connection. And you know what? At this point, I'm not either. Which is sad, because I originally was. But now I'm like, you know what? I can never envision myself dating you. So yeah. There goes that first episode. That's basically what the first episode was about. This one is about another person, hence the number 2. So, number 1, number 2, number 3. I think I mentioned this in the last one. Number 1 is about one person. Number 2 is about another person. Number 3 is about another person. And these 3 people really make up the album. Like, they're what the album's about. Originally, each of them had their own 3 songs, including their self-titled ones. Like, Say It, Number 1, and Bye Forever were all about that one. Number 2, Explain, and I really think that was about number 2. And then number 3 was number 3, Stop, Why Now, and I've Had Enough. But I've Had Enough also applied to number 3 because of a certain line. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. Ooh, I care, I care, I care. Okay. So, when me and number 2 first met, mind you, number 2 and number 3. Okay, let me just say this. No, I'm not going to say that. Okay, number 1 has more music in the future, a long line down the future, like 15 years from now. There's a song about him. That's really it for number 1. Number 2 and number 3 kind of have a longer history, which you'll all get by the time I've released a couple more albums. That's all I'm going to say. So when I, number 2, first met, it was, I think I want to say March 2020. So this was right before everything went down with COVID. I think it was like a St. Patty's Day party, but it was like really early. I think it was just a potluck, but everyone was like, potluck, St. Patty's, pot of gold. I think that was kind of what it was like. So when I'm at parties like this, like neighborhood parties or just like where I live, it's a huge community. Like it's bigger than it's there's a higher population where I live than the nearest city. So there's a lot of people and it's kind of overstimulating. It's kind of overwhelming. So I usually just go in the corner and go on my phone and mind my business because I really don't want to talk to a bunch of these old people. Sorry. You guys creep me out. I'm getting full, bro. So I'm kind of in the corner by myself, as one does. And he pulls up. And he's like, hey. Real casual. Real nice, real sweet. We kind of kick it off. Shit. He asked me for my number, so I give him it. He starts texting me in the morning. So cutie. I had a cute little friend. Okay, let's see what the next one's about. Because I'm telling you, when I write this, it's a way better format than whatever I can write here. And if it's not, I just go off my own beat of my drum. So if you go on my Apple Music page, I hope I'm not getting sunburnt. My skin's looking a little pink. So if you go on my Apple Music page, there is a section about something about like an incident or something that reflects on my music. And I explain, oh, that's funny. I explained that I saw him playing piano in it, like for me, and his whole mood switched when number 3 came walking in. Number 3 being the third person in this album that number 3 of the song's about. So basically, me and him became like real good friends. It was really off and on though. So COVID was a little hard because it was like, oh, we're not seeing anyone. Like a few months, and then it got real awkward. Well, here, I'll explain in a second. Okay. So, I don't know. Yeah, I'll start it from there. So basically, right, there's a day where me and him were in a hammock. It was again, at one of these big parties. And by the way, we were friends. I was sitting in the hammock, and he came over, and he also sat in the hammock with me. It was a big enough hammock, by the way. It was like a 2-person hammock. It wasn't like 2 people. We were in like a really small one. He comes over to this hammock, and he's like, I'm going to put a pillow right here so I don't fucking burn. I burn so easily. So he comes over, and he's like, bro, everybody in my family was like talking about how they think you're gay, but I don't really think you're gay. And I was like, because I never had like a true coming out, because everybody just fucking knew. Like I was like, okay, I don't need to make a huge spectacle of it because everybody just fucking knows. And I just sat there awkward. I'm like, oh, so he doesn't think I'm gay. Well, this is kind of awkward because I am. And so he doesn't think of me like that because he doesn't think I'm gay. Big spiral moment. But then after it was more abundant to him that I was, right? I wouldn't say I made it more obvious, but I didn't try. Like, I did make it more obvious that I was gay because I wanted him to know that I was gay and that there was a possibility I liked him. That way, maybe if he was gay, he could like me because he knew I was gay. It was that thing. I was like, oh, maybe he doesn't think maybe he doesn't know if I'm gay or not, so maybe he doesn't have any feelings or he doesn't want to form feelings. Dude, fucking delusional. But, anyways, just popped my nose on the mic. After a couple of months or so, it was more clear to him I was gay. He would, he was very musical. He was a musician. He knew all of these different instruments because he was, I'm not going to say that, but we'll include that in a song. I'm not going to say why, but think. So, he likes to play all these instruments, and sometimes he'd play them for me. Like, sometimes he'd be like, because sometimes he asks me, he's like, oh, do you want me to go get my guitar? Or if he's like, do you want me to play a certain song on the guitar? Or he's like, oh, do you want to see this? That kind of thing. He'd ask. Or sometimes he'd just do it. So I'm like, yeah, he literally was doing it for me. He was doing it for me because he wanted to show off. Sometimes I don't think it was a romanticized way. I think it was just oh, I want you to be proud of me. As like a friend. So there'd be days where showing me how to do this. Like, and one time it was a piano. We were at his house, and he was showing me this new song that he knew on the piano or something, and he wanted me to try and play. You guys can guess how that goes down. It was pretty embarrassing. So he wanted me to play, and I was like, yeah, sure. But as me and him are hanging out, number 3 notices that we're hanging out because my vehicular mode of transportation, I'm not going to say what, was outside. And they saw. So they're like, oh, let me pull right in and let me go crash this party. And that's basically what they did, and it changes the whole mood. And I was like, okay, so what's happening here? Why are you so mood crushed by number 3 walking in? It doesn't make much sense to me. I also want to put this in. This is not in chronological order, but there was like this big Christmas party at the end of the year. Maybe this is in chronological order, but it doesn't fit like the story. But I just want to include it because I think it's really funny. So there was this big Christmas party at the end of the year, and number 1, right, had, because I was telling both number 2 and number 3 about number 1, and I explained like, oh, I liked them, like they all knew, which that's a whole nother thing, which will probably be used. That'll be used in number 3 about the information. But I was telling them that I liked them, and they wanted to see a photo, so I showed them a photo, which obviously I had to go on their Instagram. So number 1 pulled up their Instagram, and number 2 was like, oh, there's a phone number. God forbid we want to prank call people and have fun. So number 2, number 3, off my phone, by the way, prank called number 1. And number 1 had like this really, it was like from like 10 years ago. They had like a really high-pitched voicemail. It was actually kind of cute, but number 2 and number 3, they basically were defending me like, oh, you really fucked over our friend, blah, 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 blah. But number 2 got really into it. Like, he was like hurt that someone could put me through that. It was like, oh, I'm not even going to say what he said because it actually is pretty bad. But like, he was angry. And I was like, you know what? Hell yeah, that's my man. That was not my man. Oh. So, number 2. Number 3. This fucking fly. Let me close this shit up. I can swear, I can do, I can tell you what's on my mind. The fuck? It's fucking ghetto. So, number 2. Wait, no. Sorry, I did this like 20 seconds ago. Number 3 had quite a bit. Had a pretty good crush on number 2, as so did I. So it kind of became like this like a love triangle thing. And I'm not here to make rumors or conspiracies, but I do reflect it in some of my songs. Number 3, pretty good sure they had a crush on me too. So it was this big love triangle thing. Number 3 was trying to win both of our attention over, and they didn't like it when number 2 gave me attention, and they didn't like it when I gave number 2 attention. So it was like because of this, and it was like very dividing, and it was very controlling. Number 3, because it was dramatic. It seemed as if number 2 gave number 3 a lot more attention, but it was more unwilling. And I was like, so what's wrong with me? So what's wrong with me that they do right? So why don't I get the attention? Why is it that I get all the attention when it's just me and number 2, but once number 3 pulls up, number 2 is giving number 3 all the attention? I don't like that. As no one else would either. It's like, it's very mixed signals. So it's troubling and confusing. Oh. And this will be reflected in future albums, I'll say this, is that it's very much me and him are fine one-on-one. Then number 3 pulls up and it's like a completely different person. And that's a huge fucking red flag. And I knew it was a big red flag. But I was like, pretend I'm putting my hand on yours. I can fix him. I was like, oh, I can easily fix this. Girl, I don't think you can. I do not think you can. I put something on there, but I'm not gonna include that. But yeah, so like it's like the chorus where it's like, I don't know what I did to you. There's something else in the song. Not me forgetting my own lyrics. It's like, I don't know what to do. What did I do? Like, I don't know what I could do to win back your attention. And I don't even know how I lost it. What did I do to lose your attention? But what can I do to get it back? But the thing is, like, the attention was good as long as it was me and him. Which, that's just so red flag coded. It's like, why are you, like, acting as if I'm not there? Why are you forgetting about me if someone else is there? Which, I formed this opinion. I'm like, you know what? I think it's because he doesn't want people thinking he's gay. Wow, doesn't that seem to be like a big theme for a lot of men in America? I don't want to be perceived as gay. Well, then don't do gay shit. Maybe everything that you think that is gay is actually not gay, but the idea of you thinking that other people is going to think you're gay is because you're also internally gay and you don't want to admit it, and you being so defensive about it is what's making everybody think that you're gay. You holding hands with the homie is not making you look gay. It's your defense to it when people accuse you of being gay. I conclude my case. Play into it. If you're ever accused of something that you're not, and it's a lighthearted thing like being gay, just be like, yeah, I am. Yeah, I love my homie. Yeah, I kiss him on the lips all the time. Literally do that. And everybody's gonna be like, oh, so why didn't you do this in high school and everybody called you were gay? I'm like, because I wasn't, bitch. I was asexual. I didn't have any preference. Like, none of y'all were attracting. Y'all need to understand that. Yeah, I was obviously flamboyant, but I was asexual. My sexuality was asexual. Did not like any of you guys. Sorry to break it to you. Sorry if that offends you. Sorry that my response to that is that I'm asexual and that I was so in love with you. People are so fucking weird, dude. But yeah, that's basically the song with that. It's like, it was super lovey-dovey in the beginning, and then it turned to a love triangle thing to where the other person was getting more attention than me. And I was like, oh, wow, so I'm the side hoe. His money on the side, bunny on the side, makes me a sad, sad girl. The other woman. It was basically that. Damn, I really teared up that Chinese, though. Have not had anything to eat today, that's why. So, yeah. That's really that. It was probably about a 15-minute story, but the first 30 minutes were me eating. And yes, I will be labeling this as a regular podcast. I was like, oh, let me make it a mukbang. No. This can mess with my OCD. So we are going to name it as All These Liars I've Trusted. Podcast episode number 4 - mukbang with me. Mukbang with me. Well, why don't we open up this fortune cookie before I go? Because I am going to go inside and change my clothes because it's hot as hell. I'm actually probably not going to change my clothes because I don't want to dirty something else up either. Now, if it's a bad fortune, can I read it out loud? If it's a fortune I don't agree with or I don't care to jinx, I'm going to read it out loud. Or if it's just something so fucking embarrassing, yeah, I'm reading that out loud. And if you hate on fortune cookies, get a fucking life. OneDrive, shut your fucking mouth. You will take a chance in the near future. I'm reading that out loud because I want to jinx it, because I can already tell that it was negative. So what will the chance be? Liking some guy? Eh. I'm actually so scared for this upcoming school year. I just thought about it. The chance is probably that you're going to go back to school. But guys, I think that concludes it for me. I'm getting really hot. It's only getting hotter out here. Okay? I'm going to go in, wash my plate off, put this food away. And I would say enjoy my night, because that's really what I would like to do. But I have a lot of shit to do. It just so happens I prioritized you guys right now. So be fucking happy and grateful, because you guys not get another podcast episode until like 20 more years. Trust, I will get them all out before the next album, because the next album might not be coming for a long time. Hate to break it to some of the people who are wishing for it right now. And you know what? We have like little cute conference rooms at school. That could be another cute little background. Might record an episode in there. Or I might do it in the podcast room. I don't know. Like, let me do what I want to do. Like, I'm literally doing this with my laptop, right? I'm using the laptop to record the video. I'm using the webcam for the face, as you can tell with the horrible fucking lighting up there. Like, watch this. Yeah. Dude. It's just so bright outside. And then I'm using this Toner $46 mic that I used to record music on. Thank God I have a better mic now. But look at this wire. Why do you do that? Why do you bunch that? Okay, that's it. I hear a bug. Okay, I'll see you guys some other time. Bye.